Welcome back to Top Branded Coins. We're counting down the top 5 ultra-rare and valuable Washington quarter dollars that have shocked collectors with their sky-high prices. And these are not just old coins, they're historic treasures. From off-metal mint errors to ultra-low mintage key dates and famous double-die varieties, these quarters have sold for life-changing amounts at major coin auctions. We're diving deep into the 1979 D Washington quarter dollar, uncovering how one small mistake at the US Mint turned a 25-cent piece into a collector's dream. We'll break down the most valuable error varieties, the minting chaos that caused them, and show you how coin grading can make or break a fortune. Before we talk about the rarest 1979 D error coins, we need to understand the origins of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter was meant to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Originally intended as a one-year commemorative coin, it was so popular that it became the permanent design. The obverse of the coin features a bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse until 1998 depicted auction sales records. Here are just a few jaw-dropping auction results. 1979 D quarter on penny planchet sold for $80,450. 1979 D DDOMS 67 plus sold for $25,000. 1979 D on SBA dollar planchet valued at $130,750. 1979 D on silver transitional planchet private sale for $225,000. These are real coins, sold in real auctions for real life-changing money. How to identify a 1 in your pocket? You don't need to be a professional to spot a rare 1979 D error. Here's what to do. Get a 10x magnifying loupe. Look closely at the date and lettering check for doubling. Weigh the coin. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's too light or too heavy, it could be a wrong planchet. Check for shape irregularities, no rims, or off-center designs. You never know what's hiding in that change jar or your childhood coin collection. The most rare 1981p Washington quarter dollar, unveiling the mystery behind its value, the history that birthed the error, and the exact signs you need to look for to spot one in the wild. A six-figure treasure, where it came from, and why it's shaking up the coin world. To understand why a 1981 quarter can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, let's first appreciate its origins. The Washington quarter debuted in 1932, commemorating the 200th birthday of George Washington. Its popularity made it a permanent part of U.S. coinage, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features Washington's profile, while the reverse until 1998 showed a proud eagle perched on a bundle of arrows. Though subtle updates came in later decades, the design remained iconic. How to identify a jackpot in your change? Yes, you might already have a $330,000 coin sitting in your house. Here's a quick DIY checklist. Weight check. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your coin weighs less or more, like 3.11 grams for a penny planchet or 6.25 grams for silver, it could be a wrong planchet error. Look for doubling. Use a 10x loupe and inspect the word and the date. Any doubling, huge value. Check for shape. Is the coin misshapen, missing a chunk or lacking a rim? You could have an off-center or broad strike error. Red copper tone, that's a huge clue it was struck on a penny blank. Auction sales records. Here are some verified auction prices for 1981p Washington quarter errors. 1981p on penny planchet, $155,870. 1981p DDO in MS67, $100,567. 1981p broad strike error, $6,800. 1981p on silver planchet, $330,000. Private sale. These are real figures, certified by PCGS and sold in public and private auctions. Every one of these coins started as ordinary pocket change. What to check in your pocket change, and the incredible story behind this 1982p Washington quarter dollar mind-blowing value. Stay with me till the end because this might be your chance to discover a fortune hiding in plain sight. To understand why the 1982 P Washington quarter became a legend, we must go back to a key moment in U.S. minting history. The year 1982 was full of chaos and change for the U.S. Mint. Inflation was high, and the economy was struggling. To cut costs, the Mint made a controversial decision: to stop producing uncirculated mint sets for collectors. That meant no special packaging, no pristine rolls, and far fewer high-grade coins entering private hands. Real auction records and sales. Let's see what some actual sales of these errors have looked like. 1982 P quarter on copper planche. PCGS MS65 RDS, $255,900. 1982 P silver planche error. Transitional estimated private sale, $380,000. 1982 P DDO. MS66 sold for $200,775. 1982 P broad strike error, $11,250. 1982 P off-center strike, $18,500. These aren't stories. These are real coins, real buyers, and real fortune-changing moments for the lucky owners. We're uncovering the jaw-dropping history, ultra-rare errors, and true market values of the 1983 P Washington quarter dollar. And we're going to walk you through how to spot the difference between 25 cents and $500,000. Buckle up and stay to the end, because this could be your chance to find a treasure worth a fortune hiding in plain sight. 1983 may seem like just another year for coin production, but for the U.S. Mint and collectors, it was anything but ordinary. In 1982 and 1983, the U.S. Mint did not issue mint sets for collectors. This meant that almost all quarters from these years were circulated. Combine this with poor minting quality, rushed production, and the high volume of coins being struck, and you get one of the worst years for coin condition in modern history. Real auction sales that shocked collectors. Let's review real-world auction data that stunned the coin community. 1983 P copper planchet error MS66 RD sold for $475,000. 1983 P double die reverse MS65 sold for $54,000. 1983 P off-center strike 50%. MS64 sold for $3,685. 1983 P on-dime planchet sold for $62,000. 1983 P broad strike with missing clad MS63 sold for $15,700 orth. Each of these coins was once an ordinary quarter, until the right eye found it. We're diving deep into the legendary 1984 P Washington quarter dollar. The ones that shattered expectations, shocked collectors, and turned pocket change into a fortune. Stay tuned, because what we're about to reveal could help you spot one of these record-breaking treasures in your own change. The 1984 P Washington quarter doesn't look extraordinary at first glance, but behind its plain face lies a storm of production issues, overworked dies, and one of the most chaotic minting years in the Philadelphia Mint's history. In 1984, over 676 million quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the P Mint mark. Unlike special collector sets, these were made for mass circulation, and most were never preserved in mint condition. How to identify a rare 1984 P quarter in your pocket? Want to turn your loose change into a small fortune? Here's how. Check the weight. Use a digital scale. Standard quarter. 5.67 grams, anything around 3.11 grams penny or 2.27 grams dime is a huge red flag for value. Visual inspection. Look for blurry or doubled lettering, DDO, red or copper-toned coins, incomplete designs, off-center strikes, smooth or oversized rims. Magnify the obverse look closely at. If you see clear doubling, you might have a $100,000 plus coin in hand. Certification. If you find something promising, send it to PCGS or NGC. Authentication is key to getting top dollar in auctions or private sales. Real auction sales price. Let's look at actual past auction results for 1984 P error quarters. 1984 P penny. Planchet error, MS66, won $20,973. 1984 PDDO MS65, $142,000. 1984 P on dime planchet MS64, $80,500. 1984 P off-center MS65, $198,000. Broad strike plus missing clad MS63, $32,000. These aren't guesses. These are real numbers paid by real collectors.